Ladies,
Perfect.
gentlemen, boys, girls, human beings, binary and non-binary alike, welcome to the greatest show you've certainly ever seen. It's mostly one. I'm Sean Plott.
And I'm Lee Grainer.
And I'm Sean Bloom.
Today we're going to be playing Call of the Sea. Woo! And we're going to have a little bit of a longer intro because of things I'm going to tell you right now. Now, one thing I did learn in high school is that you should never begin a conclusion with "in conclusion." You should just conclude. Oh. Similarly, you should never begin an introduction with "introduction." And here it is.
Let's introduce.
This is the introduction. This is to introduce. So we talked about the idea of doing an episode where we fully devoted to the mythical game of backer quests, trying to figure out how we'd wind up doing that. Last week, we didn't even upload the video because there were so many tech issues, which is going to be the second thing we talk about. And we thought, hey, maybe we'll just buffer a little time between now and when we get Call of the Sea working to talk about backer quest. But there were two issues that came up in between now and then. One, we literally all have completely full schedules for the next 6 months, certainly, especially with teaching schedules and work schedules and all that stuff. So no matter what, if we had the best plan ever at the end of the backer quest discussion, we would be able to do nothing. And I've learned an important rule in marriage. Don't ask her on a date if you're planning to not go on a date that night at all. Like, it is better to not build the hype and then fail. It's better to just say nothing else. So I'd rather just let you down gently now instead of hyping you up and then letting you down hard. So maybe at some point in the future, when times align to where there's possibility there, we can go into it. And also, I just don't know if I could fill it for 2 hours, or if it would be a good idea to brainstorm. I don't know if you've ever had this experience. I want to ask each of you this because I'm tired of talking. Have you ever had a meeting where you're like, hey guys, let's just cold brainstorm? Do those ever go well for you? Because, like, I've had good versions of that, but I almost always feel like it is a creative courtesy if you're showing up to a brainstorming meeting that it's not really a cold brainstorming. It's, here is the problem statement that is nice and organized. Here is proposal 1 and proposal 2. That's just where I'm at. Now let's begin brainstorming. That's
true.
I find that universally that is better. It's not that a cold brainstorm can't work, and I've had... like in game jam scenarios where sort of there's like a, that's a constraint. Like that can go well. It's possible, but
yeah,
I think it benefits the process like pretty universally to not do it that way.
Yeah,
there's this one. Oh,
go ahead.
Oh, thank you. There's this one thing about brainstorming that I think it was again another Mark Bolasism. He said there's some people in brainstorms who are the ones who stand up and go to the board and write stuff down, and then there's the others. There's some people who just sit at the table and look at what the other people have written down, and they just kind of like tweak it. Like there's the big broad thinkers who are very dynamic, and then there's like it's like if you were playing tennis, but one of you was playing full-size tennis and the other was playing table tennis.
Or it's the person that goes out and finds the right piece of wood for the sculpture, and then there's the person that chisels it. Is this kind of what you're going for?
Yeah, I think so.
I like that.
Although I am also loving this idea of asymmetrical tennis, where the ball somehow shrinks on the way back.
Or is it that like one person is a giant? Like there's one giant person and a tiny little person on the other side? I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out.
That feels
Innovative
like
design. Look at this.
That could be an illustration that either goes in a New Yorker cartoon or is like some kind of inspirational, like get motivated and earn a big buck kind of David and Goliath. It's David and Goliath is what it is.
Yeah.
But with tennis, with table.
Instead of saying David and Goliath, just say tennis and ping pong from here on out, and it basically works.
It's
called
Pingus.
Well, not only was there not enough time to do the courtesy of creating an organized structured show, there's no way we would be able to do backer quest, and therefore, and one of the reasons I'm very excited is that I actually got Call of the Sea working properly, barely. Right now, I have a 6-core, 4.5 gigahertz processor that's running at 91% CPU usage. So we're able to get the game to work. There's a few moments where there's stutters and slowdowns. We'll be doing resets here and there, but I just want to let all of you know how excited I am to be playing this game because, you know, mostly Walking comes from the graphic adventure era, where graphic adventure games were not just what we grew up on, but as we've gotten older, there's just nothing quite like them, and the classic adventure game that people always point to is Myst. And is actually, it's kind of a trope from literature that got really heavily explored in a lot of games, but especially adventure games, the idea of being on a mysterious island, where the protagonist goes there and they get dumped in, you know, like
being hunted for sport.
No, that's the exact thing that I was going to say, but I couldn't remember the name of it. I still don't know the name
Most
dangerous game, right? Cool. Like, or Island of Dr. Moreau, very literally.
Yeah, that's the half. That's the half. That's the one that's where they're half animal and they're half sexy.
Which is different.
And then what's the other half, Lee? Describe one half.
Yeah.
The other half is...
Well, if it's Hatful Boyfriend, it's Bird, right? That's the answer. Every birdie loves it. Or even Jurassic Park, go to the island with mysterious otherworldly things and something goes wrong. And this kind of translated to Myst, where you're dropped on effectively Puzzle Island. And Call of the Sea, which I will now bring up, is sort of another version of this. Yeah. Now, again, I want to stress how hilarious it is that with all the loading the game is doing behind the scenes, that this screen is taking up 91% of the CPU right now. So, you know, what are you going to do?
This happens. I think there's a thing where they run the whole game and then it's like a in a theater. It's like a curtain that's in front of an entire universe running behind it. That's my theory.
They're simulating all of the possible permutations of gameplay that you could possibly do.
They're just trying to power the facial expression on that giant stone frog guy back there who's like,
no. I really love the idea that, for instance, chess is not someone animating a piece moving with a position, but there is every possible permutation of chess saved as a PNG, and it has to index this database. Like,
I love it.
I used to think that was how you had to make video games. I thought that nice. I just assumed. I think it's because I started on HyperCard. I thought that like every Mario game had just every possible Mario position. I guess if you've got the space,
there it is.
Why not?
Yeah, no, I mean it's eventually going to come to that, right? Before you had to come up with really smart loading and unloading, which gave birth to levels. Now you don't even have to optimize it all with Unity because it's just like, what are you going to do? And in the future, it's like, you just generate 15 parallel universes. It's like not a big deal. Like, it'll just run fine.
Just generate all possible platformers and see which one's funnest.
I know, like, no, literally, just any cryptocurrency that comes up, you literally own all of it the instant you're aware of it, because, you just make enough universes to do that. So before we hop into this, do either of you have anything you'd like to share about sort of island adventure-style games? I mean, obviously, The Witness is a nice homage to this kind of game. Again, it's very literally puzzle.
Lost. We shouldn't forget about Lost.
Yeah.
Never forget about Lost.
I've never seen Lost. Is there an amount that I should watch and then just not watch anymore?
Watch season 1, certainly.
There's a great turn in one of the later seasons that is probably worth watching too, but then stop after that.
Okay.
I'd have to look up which season it was.
Got it. Is that when Spike comes back and that's
Spike comes back. No, that's when it gets good. Spike comes back. It's probably Thanksgiving. The Thanksgiving one is kind of.
Do they have a Thanksgiving dinner on Lost Island?
Thanksgiving Lost.
Is it like with pilgrims and stuff?
So I have the perfect single story to share before I hit the start new game button.
Ooh.
Okay, this is the perfect single story. So, once upon a time, my mom, who was taking care of my grandparents at the time, had to go out of town for a work trip for like 2 weeks. So I was going to be subbed in to take care of my grandparents, but they didn't have any internet, right? So I had to figure out something to entertain myself with. So what I did is I just got a shitload of TV shows from the time. So like 24 and Lost and House and like just random procedurals. And it was during that like 2004 to 2008 period when poker was really exploding. So every TV episode had some moment where the lead character demonstrated that they're really good at poker. And over the course of those 2 weeks when I was watching 16 hours of television a day-ish, I like episode 8 and all of them was the poker episode. And there's one in Lost. All right, so let's fire this fucking game up. That's the perfect segue.
They're always like, it's called Texas Hold'em.
Yeah,
it's called Texas Hold'em.
You have to know when to fold them.
Never fold.
No.
Again, black screen, this is where the frame droppings happen, for sure.
Yeah.
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
In the olden days. Sauron.
What are those voices?
Why does it sound like there's so many tentacles?
I didn't know what to expectacle.
Prologue.
I'm going to have my program monitor over here, just to be extra safe. So this is perfect.
Sure.
Alright, so I'm going to hit the forward button.
God,
let's go
damn,
forward.
I love it. I love swimming games. I love swimming in games.
Do you like water levels in all games?
I like water games. It feels like we've had a lot of really good water games come out recently.
Ooh, yes.
That's an interesting distinction.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know that I've played them, Lee. But I believe you.
Subnautica, Sea of Thieves.
Right, yeah.
This is tight.
Neither of those.
Oh, there's a clock on the wall.
Yeah.
Look at that. This is
there
like
is? Oh, sick, yeah.
This is like an Aaron Reynolds kind of joint.
No, definitely. Oh, that's a really good reference. Yes.
Oh,
Flying
dude, yeah, no,
mollusk.
like Aaron makes highly tight visuals. Oh my god.
Life. I'm trapped in here.
Ugh.
I mean, I love the colors.
Stairs.
They're just incredible.
Climbing these stairs again.
Also, a favorite trope: things from the wrong furniture set.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like this.
And this is
That's
so
very good.
It's really
That
actually.
chair.
I don't know if any of you are playing this or watching this with headphones on, but it's like there's a lot of audio right behind your head, sort of thing.
How do they do that?
It's broken. I have to fix my old music box. I have
Fucking
to get it.
haunted. Music box is always haunted.
Those horrible dreams again. I've had them repeatedly ever since my mother died and left me that music box in her will. Harry always said that old family heirloom had something to do with my family's strange disease.
You love it. You love to hear it.
If the doctors won't tell us an answer about your illness, I'll search for one myself.
Oh, good.
And in that search, it seems you lost yourself. I don't think I'd ever...
Pardon me, madam, but the island is in sight. We'll be lowering the boat in just a minute.
God, I love how much is already
Thank you
happening.
so much, Captain Hodgson. I'll be right out.
There's just so many narrative weenies already.
Yeah, you know how people say show don't tell? I don't really agree with that all the way. I feel like it's useful as something to think about. Like, be aware of the fact that show don't tell helps. But if someone just says, I've been having strange nightmares ever since my mother gave me that music box. Okay,
yeah,
I'm intrigued. Or, for instance, Ready Player One is 50%, well, actually, the first 150 pages is direct exposition. And then there's some action, followed by 50 pages of direct exposition. And the book is
I thought it was
highly
all
good.
references.
Yeah,
know what I think was what I thought was really clever is when it's in Ready Player 2, because that, if you'll notice, the title of that book is such a clever reference to Ready Player 1.
I know. Even the book title is a pop culture reference. Just like, wow, such gas.
Merveilles de Mer du Sud.
Ooh,
Marvels of the Southern Seas.
1934.
Okay.
By the way, like Sud,
Merveilles de Mer du Sud.
Like,
Marvels of the
I-
Southern Seas, I think.
I took years of French, and I am always caught off guard whenever any word in French pronounces the last consonant.
I know.
Oh,
it's,
yeah. I know. It's like, I thought you were just supposed to split the difference in every case.
Yeah.
So,
It's not exactly a clawfoot tub, but you can't always get what you want.
Wait,
It's
what
a
is
relief
it?
that I don't need it to
I think
wash.
it's a
basin?
it's like a basin, a wash
It's
basin.
like a bird bath.
Well, hey,
For a
let's
It's
listen
a
to
bird
some
bath for
music.
people.
It's a bird bath for people. It's a people bath. Oh my god, I want aliens to just completely conquer the human race and create people baths for us. Where we wander around and we just like roll and we flap our arms. Oh, it's so good.
It's not exactly a clawfoot tub, but you can't always get what you want.
Let's listen to some great beats.
I love
Oh
this
yeah,
song.
I'm down.
All right, so I already know how to get through here, so I'll kind of show everyone how to get out of the first room. We've actually been doing this for an hour before the show.
Yeah, we had to
Mysterious
check that it
package
worked.
at my house.
Yeah.
I stored all its
Oh.
contents in my locked suitcase.
All right, so
I love how coy these. I love how
Package-
coy adventure game protagonists are. They're just like, now if only I could find where I put that suitcase. It's like,
Yeah, and it's there. This is it. It's there. That's
Yeah.
the one. Okay, so let's get our gloves on. Well, I know how to do a proper prostate
Hands
exam.
before I leave the cabin. Didn't want anyone thinking I'm a circus freak.
All right.
wait a minute. This is exactly like when somebody's pretending to be a chef and they have their arms at their sides and then the person behind them puts their arms through their armpits and like operates.
Oh
to
my
pretend
gosh,
that
yes.
their arms. And they're just like, I'd better cut up the broccoli. Actually, you probably shouldn't do it with knives, but
Yeah, I don't know that's the best way to do it, but yes, okay.
The amazing adventures of Nora Everhart, art teacher.
Press tab to open the journal. Curious things from my journey. Nora, remember this. By the way, this is what I put in my wallet whenever I go to the grocery store, so I don't wind up going back to the wrong house.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's really, really good. And you know, can I just say hello to everyone who's watching, all of our mostly walking diehard viewers. It is absolutely remarkable to think. Let me see if this is true. Mostly Walking is the longest running show that I have ever done ever. Longer than the StarCraft Day 9 dailies, more than the Hearthstone Spectaculars, obviously more than Magic, which only started 2 years ago. But
Yeah.
like, the most remarkable diehard viewers are here. Like, if you don't know, I got to give a shout out to one of my top 3 favorite YouTube channels, 2 Minute Papers, who is it's a wonderful human that makes short videos about really advanced graphics and machine learning topics. And just breaks it down.
That's awesome.
So that's the idea, because when you get papers, like actual hardcore mathematical papers, there's so much language you don't know that they just feel, way too obtuse. And, 2 Minute Papers,
awesome.
I got married to Britt, and I was like, we're married, and he was like, congrats, and I was like, holy shit, and I was like, oh my god, yeah, and finally watched Mostly Walking, man, this is it. I mean, oh my god, it's not perhaps a viewing audience as large as Fortnite, but every single person who tunes in Mostly Walking is the greatest human alive. So I want to give a shout out to all of you.
Crazy how that works.
Yeah, this is the greatest show on the internet, which means that you're the greatest viewers on the internet. So thank you very much for joining us.
That's right.
And for supporting our interest in a genre that is not popular. Although this game got incredible reviews, in particular, Jason Schreier talked extensively about this. Now, I do know that we have to read through this log to advance.
Oh, I'm up for some reading.
All right.
Out loud.
Then Lee, kick us off on this first page.
I'll do it at a pretty good clip and also with some character. It's been a month since I received Harry's last letter. It was postmarked San Francisco and mentioned that the answer to my illness might be found in the Pacific Ocean.
The illness being the stuff on her hands, the weird blotching and that she covered up with her gloves.
Is only due to a delay in the postal service. July 14th, 1934. Last night I had another of my vivid dreams, but this time something was different. I saw a strange island looming in the distance. In the heart of the island, a huge stone obelisk arose, up before a mist-shrouded mountain. I woke up drenched in sweat. September 16th, 1934.
Right. This is Sean Bloom. Take the second page, Sean Bloom. I'll take the next one.
I keep waking up to odd dreams in the middle of the night. Still no news from Harry, and it's been 3 months already. Damn this disease of mine. My husband is missing, and I can barely walk for a couple minutes without getting exhausted.
Whoa, really?
October 10th, 1934. An enigmatic sentence written on a photo of my husband. An ancient stone relic that looks like a knife. A brass key with the letters CW engraved on it. All 3 were in a package I received yesterday, postmarked Tahiti. No sender.
Can I just say that I can barely walk for a couple minutes without getting exhausted? Sounds exactly like the premise someone might use for their indie roguelike, right? Can you imagine a roguelike that is... It's the game is you, the character, are someone who's in quarantine who no longer has any motivation, and you try to do short runs to power yourself up to do, like, small tasks before you invariably just go like, oh, I'm just gonna fucking lie back down and let's get your phone out and start reading it, and that's the end of the run. That's when you reset all your progress. Right? It's perfect.
I've heard that actually works. Like for people who are like severely depressed, you can. I mean, not that this is. I'm not solving anyone's depression right now, but you can start to exercise for mental health benefit like a few minutes. You can be like, I did a push up. That's it. I'm going to bed. And then the next, like, if you do that for like 9 months, it will help. So yeah.
That's amazing. And speaking of amazing, man, happy Monday to you, Leprechaun 5000, a gifted 10 to the greatest viewers on the internet, the mostly walking honest. Yeah, to the best views on the web, damn right. Find him 74 nautical miles east of Otaheite. After leafing through a couple of history and geography books, I found that Otaheite was just the ancient name of Tahiti, the same place the package came from. What does this all mean? Anyway, my mind is made up. Even though I still feel woozy, I have to give it everything I've got. It won't be easy, but I'll find my husband whatever it takes, even if it means going to the end of the world. October 14th, 1934. Following Harry's trail, I caught a train to San Francisco. In the Madison building, I found out that on May 25th, Harry bought 6 passages to Tahiti on the SS Caramel Chocolate with Sea Salt. Tahiti again. All right, Lee, this is you.
Oh, I had to look because I thought it sounded like you were just reading that boat name. Okay. On a side note, I'm not sure if it's the fresh air or the sea breeze, but I feel much better. Tahiti, 1st of November, 1934. Arrived, okay. October 19th, 1934. First, I'll sail to Tahiti in an ocean liner. If I don't find Harry there, I'll have to find a ship that will take me to whatever is 74 nautical miles east of Tahiti. This isn't going to be easy, or cheap either. October 23rd, 1934. I missed the sea so much after Harry and I moved to Denver. I love to sit on the deck and watch the moonlight playing on the water. It's so comforting.
Assuming
what's the opposite of a like seaside town?
Denver.
Mountainside
Denver,
town.
Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
In what way is it the opposite? Because like I can imagine that there's the obvious. There's no beach.
There's no beach.
Yeah.
It is the height of it is very far removed from it's usually described in terms of above sea level. It's you're getting very, very, very high, whereas like the ocean is low.
Yeah.
I do have a very important distinction though, because as someone from the Midwest, and Sean Plott, I'm sure maybe you feel the same way. I think that the mountains and the ocean are more similar than like either of those is to the Midwest. because it's just the presence of a geographical feature of interest.
That's
is what
true.
they share.
Yeah. Kansas is geographical absence. There's no geography. It's just and it's actually really weird the way that this has an impact on the Kansas City, where anytime you want to do new development, you just go south because there's literally nothing. So you build a new thing. So there's sort of these rolling waves of dilapidation and rebirth of areas. Like when I was in high school, the area that was super hip and cool, and Town Center Plaza. Then I go back there in college and in grad school, and it's dead, and there's tons of closed stores. There were abandoned malls. There were multiple abandoned malls nearby where I live. Yeah, I know, and it's because why resuscitate a mall when you can just go south and build new houses for super cheap and make them a center? It's nuts.
Let nature take it.
Yeah. Sean Bloom, hit us with November 1st.
November 1st, 1934. I finally arrived in Tahiti. Finding information about Harry's expedition is turning out to be a tough row to hoe. I think I must have walked all over. I'm not. It's too cursive for me.
Just call it
Papete.
Papiti. Asking about.
Now I guess we're just making fun of traditional names.
Nobody seems to know anything.
This is a technique. No, this is a technique because you don't want to look dumb for not knowing how to say it, so you overplay the fact that you don't know how to pronounce it, and then in this way.
Oh, I thought it was. I thought it was more like a look at that. Look at that.
Look at that. Their spelling of that thing. Yeah, no, I mean. Haha, any language other than English. Anyways, all right, let's keep playing this game.
Sorry, I just had to call us out. That's
always good.
About that place 74 miles east of Tahiti, some locals have mentioned an island, but they won't say anything else about it. It's like they think the place is cursed. I met an English sailor, Captain Hodgson. He knew some of the crew members on the Lady Shannon, a whaler. What?
The Lady Shannon is a whaling ship.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
No, I get that. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yes. Continuing. Apparently, the ship took an American expedition to an island east of Tahiti.
Dang.
According to Hodgson, it's been months since he last saw the Lady Shannon or its crew.
Like every good sailor, the captain is superstitious. Do you think I'm mad? I'm not going to risk the lives of my crew by going to that cursed island, he said. November 4th, 1934. After 3 days of begging, I've managed to convince Captain Hodgson to take me close to the island. Save your money, Mrs. Everhart. Leaving me alone will be payment enough. Wow, that is...
Wow, brutal.
I'm going to use that in the next sort of relationship-style breakup I have. This is a business partnership. Listen, I don't need any money. Leaving me alone will be payment enough. Like that. Ooh, I'm actually going to have that as the automatic reply in my email, where it's thanks, Sean. Leaving me alone will be payment enough.
That's like a Jane Austen pickup line right there.
Oh, yes. No, I watched all of Bridgerton with Britt, and now I constantly want to say things like, you mustn't. There's a sweet, tender heart inside that grumpy old sailor. Okay, so we've done some reading. So we're out to find Antonio Husbanderos, who we believe is on on this island.
Could you turn your fan down a little bit? Jesus.
No, it's an uninteractable fan. It's completely uninteractable. Oh, I already looked at this. And oh my god.
Oh my, I have the worst memory. I forgot the combination again.
It's
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Remember it.
Thank goodness I always
remember
bring my
it.
journal with me to write things down.
So, Sean, could I request that at some point, if one of your pets misbehaves, that you can say to it, "You mustn't."
Yeah. Sheriff,
you mustn't.
Don't pee on the bed. You mustn't. Would you have me launder the bed every night? I started to learn would you have me? You know.
That's so good. Yeah.
All right.
Ooh.
Now
And you don't say I suck at that shit. You say I find my performance regrettable. I must say, like, I love that shit. I love it. Like Shonda Rhimes gets it.
strange and
Oh, I put it away. I'm
did you
sorry.
Sharp relic.
I saw this island in one of my unsettling dreams. I drew it as soon as I woke up.
Is that a big ass key?
Wait, is this a drawing that we did, or was this in the
Henrietta
package
Hart,
that we
My
received?
husband,
don't
my
know.
partner, and my dear old pal.
He had no idea how to hold a gun. He really looks befuddled by his weapon.
He looks hastily aged, is what he looks like. He looks like after the end credits in a Harry Potter, like now
Yeah.
we're auras, and here's what happened when we grew up, like kind of.
Yeah.
A brass key with the letters
Oh, shit.
CW engraved on it, and some enigmatic instructions.
I mean, usually you just push it in and turn, right?
Take it. All right, now we're allowed to leave.
Okay,
We're
Nora.
all set,
From
man.
here on out, you're on
No
your
boat
own.
is ready.
So,
So
normally,
she said at first. Oh, go ahead.
oh yeah, I was going to say that normally the game triggers a speech event from the captain, but he just says we're ready to go, blah blah blah, round up what you're doing, let's go, and then you get to see all this hype stuff. By the way, big shout out to Raw Fury, published a lot of great games, including Paraspro, which we played here recently.
I hope it too. I'll see you in 3 days then.
So she had said earlier in her journal that she could only walk around for a few minutes, and then later she said she had been walking around an entire island.
I'll take care.
Yeah, because
Thank you.
she's
She
like,
did
I'm
say
feeling
that she
better.
was feeling better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's got her pet back and her stuff. It was
Yeah.
that Denver. She has that Denver air.
Altitude sickness, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it was Lucifer.
Well, here I am, in the middle of the ocean after traveling across half the world.
So good, it's stabilized.
Miles
Can
away
we
from
just-
where my husband is supposed to be.
See, this is what I'm talking about, the renaissance of
You
getting
left a year
water
ago to
games.
search
Look
for
at
a
that
cure for
water.
my
This
affliction.
water's
The
incredible.
letters kept me close
Yeah, that
to
is
you.
Watery smooth.
Suddenly they stopped
Yeah.
coming. What happened, old pal? What did you find?
Oh my god, I just want a spouse that I can call
Was,
old
it
pal.
led you to hire a crew and set sail from San Francisco to Tahiti. And from there to this place. An island in the middle of the Pacific that the locals refused to even
Now this is as far as we've gotten. I'm so excited. Because again, we were testing this again and again and again. We
Everything
didn't
is
read any of the
familiar.
dialogue though.
So familiar. As impossible as that may sound. Is this the island I dreamed about?
I mean, that paper.
I think this might be the place, yeah.
Yeah, it turns out that's the first puzzle. Is this the island I dreamt about? And then you hold that up and there's a yes button and there's a not yet button.
Oh my god, I just want to live here. Look at that. You
Yeah.
can tell that the air is just a comfortable temperature.
Yeah, not
This
too
is
hot,
the
not too
opposite
cold.
of cursed.
Surrounded by deadly reefs and protected with stakes to keep anybody from entering. Why?
Because it's a high stakes kind of thing.
Due to the altitude, they're high stakes,
There's
right?
definitely something strange about this place.
Yeah, it's got very aggressive beavers. Damn.
All right, is it gonna deposit me?
Okay. Island achieved.
Okay, Harry. Let's see if I can find any trace of you around here.
Are you in there, Harry?
Are you a
I
conch
know
shell?
it's just resonance, but I do love listening to the sea in them.
I mean, that shell is awesome, honestly.
Yeah, that looks good.
Play. What does play mean?
Oh,
Oh, you can really
Play a
hear.
note? Like
I
with
know
a sound?
it's just resonance.
Oh, I see.
let's
What
play the
like
audio.
you're playing with it?
You know,
Oh.
I think that's
the audio.
as a young kiddo, I learned my favorite way to describe someone as dumb is to say that if you stand next to their head, you can hear the ocean. I just think that's,
That's really
the greatest one. Think about it every time I ever see the sea, a shell, or a dumb person. All right,
Yeah.
so
Sure, sure.
So
Wait a minute. Somebody set this up.
So somebody was on this island.
We had the same realization.
now I want to briefly do something and see in the controls if there's a run button. It's left shift. Okay, so I cannot run yet, it seems. Oh my god. You know what, let me unplug this controller.
I'm very interested in whether our character's disability is going to be part of the gameplay, because I have never seen that before.
A note written in French. I only understand 2 words: île and mort, island and death.
The brightness weren't
Says,
so sharp.
Don't worry, this is not a death island.
Yeah, no, like I could read it if I could literally see the letters. It's
You think they did that on purpose?
I do think they did that on purpose.
It
Yeah.
must be a warning about the dangers of the island.
you learn French, and it just says, "Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of the fucking island!"
Oh my god!
Qu'est-ce que fuck?
A miniature va'a, a Polynesian
like it.
outrigger canoe.
God,
Beautifully crafted too.
I just makes me want to get ripped and learn to swim really well and sail and just sail that thing. That's all I want to do. Also, is that Count Dooku's machete?
It may have to be.
Chatty? I don't know.
That's because it has the curved handle.
Damn, it gets dark fast. So if I walk back out here, does it become bright fast? All right.
so,
Okay.
right?
So first big question, Sean Lee, do we go here, or do we go there?
Forward. I like the look of that game.
All right.
Okay. I feel like
What were you
either.
thinking?
Oh, quite a few ways to go.
That's a nice path.
I feel like it would tell me if there was a run button that I needed to know about, because we were
Looks like
super
it opens from the other side.
Okay, this is a Metroidvania puzzle game. Okay.
It opens from the other side.
Yeah, and I mean...
Okay, you're right. I mean, it's...
She must have rolled a 20 on her engineering observation skill.
I know, but it's also just like...
I dare say
Oh,
I might
look!
even walk a little faster than usual.
Like...
It is putting our characters
These
level of ability into the
Seems to
gameplay.
be telling a story.
Oh.
Because you're literally feeling vivacious now. You can run.
Yeah,
Did you see that?
dude, I never thought about that, but this is so brilliant that in a puzzle game where you're given open exploration, we talked about this with Abduction, where there's times when we just wanted to be able to navigate somewhere, but we couldn't. We had to figure out a puzzle to open a door, and it's like I could just climb over that rock there and get through. But if you just make the character physically struggle in the same way that I do now when I do a physical task,
Exactly.
it justifies the lack of running, jumping, climbing in various ways. Oh, I assume that this means
What a happy boy.
Yeah. Now, given that this is a puzzle game, I want to read into everything that I see, especially given that it has 2 little notches there.
Well, she just said
that's
that
worth a
they seem
screenshot.
to be telling a story.
Oh, she did? I was
Yeah.
listening to the main character.
But I'm not sure what story. Maybe it's Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah, one of the coolest camps at Burning Man that's been around for a long time is the accessibility camp.
Oh, there.
They just create these off-road wheelchairs and stuff.
So I guess I'll just go deeper in this way. Okay. So we're seeing more of these.
I think they're not saying go right in, everything is safe.
Okay, they're clearly marked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Are they? I'm not sure if they are.
Don't need doors. So why build such a big one?
Oh, okay. Is this gonna have?
That did something.
Here's a question about this game. Is this going to be one of those games where it has impossible gear systems that you can't see?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and I love to see it or not see it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need a
Wait,
color
Nora,
plate.
it had your name on it.
Where?
It said Nora. Turn left. Do a 180. There.
Ah!
Creepy, right?
That is creepy.
What? Someone carved my name in the back of this Unu.
Wait, what's an Unu?
It's probably whatever that thing is.
That's true.
And
Damn, that's spooky.
I don't know if this is true, but I just hear it repeated so often that I believe it to be true now, that yellow is the most visually attracting color. As in, like, if you have a bunch of stuff and yellow, your eyes zip right to that. And of course, that's overridden by contrast. If you have everything yellow and then there's a blue dot, you're going to want to notice the blue dot. But it's kind of interesting that, like, you have to pick something that looks kind of natural with the landscape if you want to try to keep the narrative immersion. But, like, yeah, making literally bright yellow.
There's a lot of... It's a yellow-green, because that's like the new road sign color that they started using.
Oh, thank God, it just uses the inventory item.
Did it? I love it.
Alright, well, I'm not going to look down and take this knife.
A carving tool.
Oh, shit.
Carving tool? Okay.
It must be some sort of tool.
Can't take it.
Some sort.
Okay, so here is the flower offering. And there's the thing that we need.
This is starting to look like a scavenger hunt.
And by the way, Ghosty, if I can just get an audio levels check, I mean, the game audio of, like, the birds chirping and shit sounds pretty much fine to me. Her voice sounds a wee bit quiet, but could just be me.
There's also subtitles, just in case.
Yeah, I mean, I frankly, the subtitles are... There it is. Or some shit.
Wait.
Isn't it?
It was? Well, I didn't see it.
I thought that this was...
I'm having a hard time remembering the incredibly simplistic diagram that we saw.
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at.
Yeah.
And
like
it only had like one point of reference, so I'm not sure how
see, here's the
you need, like, a
flowers on the
handle.
ground. Here's the flowers on the rock.
Okay, so just
you need like a key. You need like a handle.
Let me do a quick reset real fast. This will take 1 second.
I open a stone from the ground and lift it up, and there's going to be a cap thing underneath, and we're going to use that on the little pedestal near the lever that will open the door.
Got it.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, you're
Look what's hidden.
shit. Is this like Myst, where it's like, my dearest wife, I've left a trail of 25 really strange puzzles to make sure everything is safe.
I've carefully designed them to make sure that anyone that would be able to purchase a video game would solve them. But it's 1943, so we don't have to worry about that yet.
I need to protect them from anyone who's not a big brain person. I need only galaxy brains may open the treasure.
Yeah. If you're a fan of Sudoku, you'll be certainly fine on the island. Also, so before I step through this, well, actually, let me just open it and see what happens.
Point. I like the counterweights. That's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
So here's the thing, is that if we look here, there's 3 notches, 4 notches, 5 notches, 6 notches. And if we walk back here... Yeah, let me come back to this very first one, and I'll show you notch numero 1. You see how there's 1, 2 notches?
Oh,
1, 2.
Oh, yes, I do.
But I don't see where the first one of these is. Oh, there it is. It's right over there. So let's see.
That's
see
where
if we
you
can...
like look at your stomach and like there's a notch on it.
Okay, so we see these are people, and this is the island, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that looks right. Okay. Oh, it's a story. Yeah, it tells the story, like she said.
So I'm gonna do this.
I'm finally catching up to the main character.
Yeah, so we leave the dialogue volume the same. We're solving our careers as well as puzzles in the game. So it looks like 8 people, or frogs, were on an island. Right?
Yep.
Take one down and pass it around.
7 human frog island people on the wall. Okay, so
Whoa.
so
So
Are
people
those-
are building a fence to keep something from coming out of the sea.
and it looks like this is either this kind of looks like some monstrous thing.
And then is this sequential?
Oh,
Is there
yeah.
two
Yeah, see, look,
frames here?
yeah, look, you can see that there's actually a little eye here, and he has a Pac-Man ass looking mouth that's open.
He does. He's like a dragon guy.
Yeah.
So did they bury it on the island?
Yeah,
or
I don't
did
know
it,
what this means.
Celebration party?
Yeah.
maybe it got past the fence?
And then number 3 is... Oh,
Oh, that's a sacrifice. That looks like a sacrifice to me.
this is either a
I've played
sacrifice...
Myth, and I have. This is
Now-
real.
I thought it was what is the name of the video game
Frogger?
where not Frogger, the one where you jump over pit jumper.
Pitfall.
Pitfall.
Pitfall. I think this is Pitfall.
Well, see, the thing is that when Lee's describing it, I think what you mean, Lee, is that you're looking at this top down. Here are the people
Yeah, I
above,
am.
and this is like a
Yeah.
rope that's lowering this person that maybe has like some sort of sacred symbol on them into the belly of the beast. What I
right.
first assumed was that we were looking not flat on like platformer style. We were looking top down, and so we saw some people and the beast, and together the people and the beast mated to make a frog man with a long tongue. Like, that's the very first place my brain went. I looked at this and went, holy shit, it made a frog person? And you went, that's a sacrifice. And I kind of, yep, that's what I see too. So we have the sacrifice going on. Then there was a ship that... Oh, it looks like either this is... So here's the island with the little dot on it. That's the island from the first one. It looks like maybe going to another island.
3/4 of the people left.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm supposed to read this top down or bottom up. Probably top down.
And there
Looks like there's a battle between people on these two islands.
Oh man, arrowed.
Oh, arrowed.
So it looks like they got arrowed, and it appears that they've locked away the beast, huh?
Is that what that is?
Could be.
It's all written in Markdown. It's hard to tell.
Alright, well, before I go through here... Actually, fuck it, man. There's that cave that was back at the very start.
This may be
I'm
the
not gonna
first
worry that
time I
much about.
trespass a private property. My childhood in Newburyport wasn't exactly the most thrilling thing.
Newburyport on Thames, by the sea.
Newburyport with my friend Justice Featherington and her sister Prudence Guddleson.
Fig Newton Town.
Lord Buckworth Wellingworth. Yeah, no, like all those names are just sort of, you just kind of, mix and match them together. All right,
Work
so we
together,
have-
work. Oh, pictures.
Is that
Just
Harry?
Stephen Colbert.
Harry, you were here. You were here and I found you, damn it. Where are you now? Where is everybody? Where did you and all your crew
Is that
go?
Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah.
Contract of passage.
That name sounds familiar. I'd better check my journal.
I don't know that you need to
people.
check your journal.
6 people, fragile instruments, severed boxes several boxes with equipment, weapons, and explosives. Oh my god, we have some severed boxes.
Porte de Pet-
Porte de Papite. Oh, is it a French word? Because that makes it way easier to pronounce. Well,
Oh,
It is now. A bottle. Oh man, they left their bean cans open.
log.
Oh! Oh, I'm just recording everything on this shit.
Yeah.
Her was on the
keeping
island. I
track.
hope he's still here. I found a photo with all the expedition members. But where did they go?
You've been watercoloring as you walk.
Well, why should I check? Why should I check? Oops. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, because
shit.
not everybody was as professional and knows that the Lady Shannon was a whaler. That they were.
Yes, because we may not have actually read the journal, right? But we did.
Did read the journal.
So we do know about the Lady Shannon.
Also, I think it just was tutorializing the fact that you can check your journal.
That you have a journal, you know.
Yeah.
Don't forget about your journal.
We already established that she is a watercolorist because she drew the island.
That's true.
If any of you are curious, this is exactly how audio routing on my computer works right now. You know? You can see the levels right there, you know, is the input and the output.
This reminds me of those slot machines that Harry and I saw at the Atlantic City Pier.
I have never seen a big red button made out of, like, wood like that.
A big red button made out of wood.
God, I love how everything is, like, World of Warcrafted. It's like everything looks like it's made out of cosplay foam.
Yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, no, I heard someone describe that as it's video gamey art. You know, there's the art style of Oh yeah.
Like it makes me want to build that stuff out of
a mechanical bridge? That doesn't fit in with Polynesian traditions either.
Really good at looking at these contraptions and surmising things about them.
So here's just this kind of looks like a decoration, but I think I understand this, that when I press this button, it's going to do these things in a sequence from top down.
Oh, you think those are ordered?
Yeah.
I thought it was an arrow.
Yeah, look at the arrow.
So if I press it.
See, I think it's a combination lock. I think we need to find these patterns, 5 of them in a particular sequence.
You hit it and like an enormous gym locker opens.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do like the idea of them being instructions, though. That would be a rad, different game.
Yeah, no, that would be either the good version, Riven, or the bad version, the Dig. You need to save the world. My God, look at that. You're doing it. You've done it. What was our name? It was like
Boston.
Chuck Boston? Boston Lowe.
This fresh air is doing me wonders.
I recently went back and watched the skeleton reconstruction portion of the day.
Oh my God. I remember being in just a great mood when we started doing that. And I had so much fun just like being a dad who bought IKEA furniture and didn't want to look at the instructions.
It was wild.
Oh, okay. We got to pay attention to the use of color in this game because they are hitting us with very bright.
Beautiful mountainous landscape.
Oh.
In a hexagon.
Yeah.
No, an octagon. What was that?
Hey, we wrote it down.
Oh, wait. Is that's the symbol for mountains. I see.
Oh.
Interesting.
You just
3 little spikes means mountain.
got it. The 3 little mountains went all the way home.
Oh my God, I am so unbelievably glad that I got this shit working. Although it does seem to be choking a little here.
Yeah, it's a little.
I always like to think like what is the particular thing that's making it slow? Is it the
Here, let me go over to here where we don't have to look at this shit anymore. And we're just gonna do a quick reset on this because this will help it a lot. Alright. There we go.
It's better.
That's so much better. What the hey?
Yeah, so the way I'm going to describe it, colloquially speaking, is like if something spikes up too much, everything is trying desperately to catch up, and if I just hard cut it and reset it again, it'll be fine. But let's actually face
that water.
Yeah. So it looks like there's going to be some issues here, but let's just go take a peek at this anyways.
This sort of pond is a Polynesian fishing technique. There's another symbol inside it.
Oh, I've seen those in Hawaii. Fish.
So
Okay.
Arrow's
Fish.
arrow equals fish.
Bone fish hook.
Alright, so I know the frame rate's a little low here, and that's the way it is. We'll reset it in a quick second.
Yeah, I mean, it's not... This isn't like a first-person shooter.
Although maybe it is.
Oh, God.
Whoa! Whoa!
Doesn't it?
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
Now that I've crossed half the world, I wouldn't mind crossing the other half. But
Well, good.
I have
You're
to
gonna
do
have
it
to,
with
right?
you, old pal.
Alright.
Oh.
Let me go ahead and bring my program monitor back up here. Yeah, it's definitely the water shaders, but that's fine. They're really beautiful, and I'm just gonna look at them for a little bit. Yeah, I know, right? It's so good. Alright, so...
Yeah, whatever button it is that you press and make your entire computer run really well, it's a good button.
Yeah, no, it's the on and off button.
Nice. Sick. What does this one mean?
Rays of
Sun?
sunlight shining through. Another symbol.
Alright, nice.
Good thing that you came upon this at the correct time of day.
You know, I usually don't...
It's moonlight pouring through, look at that.
I usually don't like that the games kind of handhold you through, like, validating so quickly what you're learning based on the... But I will say that, like, if they didn't, we'd be maybe a little screwed with this stuff.
I can
Like,
feel
it
the
feels
air is denser
kind of
here
appropriate.
in this mangrove swamp.
Is that possible? Can air be denser in a mangrove swamp? On Mythbusters, this week we're gonna find out.
Is this...
With their mouth.
This, we did a loop-de-loop. Okay, so let me just hit it with a hard reset real fast, and this will just...
This is like when you call Comcast and they're like, we're going to boost your signal speed. Or boost your signal, and it's like, makes everything better. It's like, couldn't you just boost it all the time?
Yeah, right, well, why isn't it just permanently boosted? I don't know why I'm not walking here. Just like very slowly hanging out. Okay, wait, I went in a loop, and there's probably an alternative path to go down.
Well, yeah, there probably is. Because we learned 3 symbols, and there were how many?
6,
5 or 6?
I believe. So we can go this
So
way.
this game looks a lot like Sea of Thieves, which I've been really just in a honeymoon phase with, and it's a kind of Disney. It looks like a theme park, like it looks like a Disney park kind of attraction.
By the way,
Love
everyone, I know that there's some frames dropping here and there, and it appears that it's very localized, like it's very this area versus that area based. Ah, here we go. And so now that we're in a different area, again, we're just going to do some resets. And I think that part of the way that they're able to achieve such a nice look for a lot of these places is, frankly, just like lots and lots and lots of really nice shader usage. Because, I mean, oops, I'm hitting the wrong button. Because, I mean, that's really the only thing that would wind up spiking a lot of usage of my various hardwares. Yeah, because, I mean, like...
Yeah.
I mean, like, this right here, you can see, and I think even I'm dropping frames here, yeah, like, this effect that makes it look like there's a volume of light that's in here. I mean, this is really lovely. So we have 3 of these. All right,
Is this bird? I bet it's a bird symbol. Wait, are those birds or are those butterflies?
A common question. Ooh, that is...
Oh my, this is so beautiful.
There's a
What were these birds called? Lorikeets. Cole's lorikeets.
lorikeets.
I'm actually interested in doing something like this. So I know I turned off the camera to you two, but I mean we gotta get a good look at this. Like,
Yeah.
this is highly pretty. And you know what? Let me actually try. I'm gonna try something. Nope, I can't try that at all. That won't work at all. Whoa, 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 whoa. There. Nice. Resume game.
Hello.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Okay. So I mean, it's super pretty in here.
It is. It looks like there's so many words here.
Are they all the same or are they different? If they're all the same, then it would be like a flock. Nope, they're all different.
Okay.
That's a lot of different words.
Huh. Oh, this is...
Huh.
I like this one. This is a happy face right here.
I like that happy face too.
Let's figure out how their little strands of hair on the top work, because that seems to be the only other.
Significant, doesn't it?
Each one's given us a symbol and a series of pegs on the top.
All right, so let me briefly check something. No. No. All right, well, you know, we're just gonna have the 15 frames per second show, and that's just gonna be okay. Well, it actually looks like going to the menu and exiting the menu smoothed it out a ton. Perfect.
Oh, wow.
Like a shitload. Incroyable.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a stack of cards one back there. That. What do you think that is? Tree?
That one?
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
so wait a minute.
It looked like a log sitting next to it.
Like frond?
Or like
I see what you're saying. Oh, here's the gate that helps you from the other direction.
Oh, yeah.
That cave.
drop a ladder.
Okay, so we have this loop where we have very clearly one puzzle. Figure out the red symbols and maybe click on something. And if we solve this, then we maybe get to do the bridge. And we also have this other little cave over here that I'm very intrigued by. So I'm going to go to this cave before even worrying about any of the other puzzles.
Cave. Ooh-hoo-hoo.
It's the cool cave.
Welcome to the cool cave.
And this is great
Like,
because, like, we're actually almost there with some of the settings that I've done. Which means that next week I can just do yet a little bit more and it'll be even better. Oh,
Those markings
Ooh.
seem to represent the sea. I'll make a note of them in my journal. It might come in handy.
It might.
We already had that one.
No, I don't think so.
We did, or at least we saw a pond. There was one of them next to a pond,
Was there?
and it had 3 of those squiggly waves.
Oh, really? Okay.
I guess I didn't say anything about it at the moment. At the time.
I mean, this game looks amazing. You know,
It does. It really does.
I remember talking about how when I was younger, you know, and I played StarCraft and really system-y games, you know, where I was like, I don't care about graphics, I care about gameplay. And every time I see really amazing graphics, I'm like, oh, this really enhances the entire experience. Like, literally, this game is wander around, find what a bunch of symbols match to. You could actually get this, not just paper prototype, but you could get that coded in 2D with a navigating character in a weekend.
Sure.
But, like, it's just so satisfying. Like, I mean, the amount of environment artists that you need to, like, make birds, the shit that fly around. Or, excuse me, boids, for those fucking engine nerds that are watching.
Oh, God.
No.
I mean,
Terrible.
Yeah.
like, technically a Disney movie is you just sit down and push a button, and then you're done. You beat it.
There are lorikeet feathers scattered around this
beat it?
unit.
Okay, yeah.
I'll draw the symbol in my journal.
Okay, so I figured it out. This is birds.
Feathers? That's bird?
It's bird. It's not bird. Wait, I don't.
Oh,
Huh. Interesting.
Hi, bird.
Bird.
yeah.
Polynesian chieftains make their head ornaments.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so this is the ocean. So we don't know what
There was
this
one-
is.
No, that was. It's only 2. The ocean
So-
is 3.
Maybe 2 is... Can you look at the puddles? Because I think there's, There was a puddle with... I thought there was a puddle with a 3 waves symbol next to it.
Okay. Oh,
It's
just
just
look at
next
the
to-
light on that. Oh,
I know.
Oh my
Oh,
god! Yeah.
oh yeah.
What in the Pixar?
Next to is kind of tough because, like, you can approach from lots of different angles.
But isn't something always next to something if it's nearby it?
Yeah, but it that doesn't imply like significant connection.
Right.
Can I walk along this?
Can you walk along with it? Yeah, yay!
Can I throw
Wait,
myself off? Uh-oh.
This looks like cargo from an earlier voyage, long before Harry's expedition.
Something Queen?
Sumatra Queen.
Sumatra Queen.
Oh, I know of Sumatra because... Okay. Not to sound boorish, but I know of Sumatra because of coffee.
Sure.
I've heard of that entire place because of my morning beverage.
Right, yes. Makes sense.
I mean, this is so pretty. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wander around back this way where I can get my frame rate back.
I can't wait until we get the snorkel and we can dive under that.
Oh, yeah.
I actually know the exact settings I can change to make this work, which is good news. It would just involve me turning everything off and turn it back on again, so I'm not going to do it.
Yep.
But, man, you know, I will note, I think that a danger that we've seen happen a lot when you start adding in tons and tons of graphical elements to a game, like this, where so much of the game is supposed to be about mysterious hidden information. Like, being able to see this and intuit that there's a hidden block there, right? But, like, when you have a really spare, sprite-based 2D game, where nothing's interactable, nothing matters, everything's very bland, except for a pop here and a pop there. It's so easy when you start really sprucing things up. It's so easy to get distracted and be like, this has two dangling things here. This has also two danglies, you know, and just start.
From the moment we started dating.
Yeah.
No matter how harsh the truth.
So I like how strongly color-coded this is, and how we have a journal that just kind of repeats to us. This is what matters. Like, this to me is the important aspect of this. It's not actually tracking all this information because, I mean, like, ooh, I need to do that. Like a fucking course, man. I looked at it and it said we needed something. But because it's in the journal, I know it's part of the gameplay stuff. And those birds that were not in the journal, not part of the gameplay stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a complicated relationship with that. Depends on the game. Some games I want to astound myself when I hit the one button that wins the game after I've used my imagined brain to put it all together with absolutely no positive feedback at all.
So how are we going to come up with a sequence of these symbols?
Here it is. Sun, bird, mountain, water thing.
Oh, damn.
Okay.
All right.
Ask and you shall receive.
Sun, bird.
No, that's fish.
Mountain.
You're doing it wrong.
What?
No, not that.
Oh,
that
that's
one's
fish.
There we go.
Which one's bird? This is bird? Sun, bird, mountain.
This should be water.
Water.
Yeah.
Fish.
Well, I guess I hit the jackpot.
Hey! Whoa.
Yes, you
Might
hit
take
the
it across the river
jackpot.
then.
Oh, that's what the tumblers were in.
Oh, that's actually really nice, where it shows you specifically what the mechanism is that did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although the only thing is to have a I learned this, to have non-gravity based tumblers, you have to have springs. So like in olden times when they had tumbler locks, like you could only have them attached to like a wall or a door. Like you couldn't use a tumbler lock on a chest because someone could just turn it over.
Right.
I think it's like hilarious.
Oh, fuck, that's right. Oh, shit, yeah. You're just like, alright, open it up. I've done it! The frame rate's good. Frame rate's okay.
It's good. It's buttery now.
Oh.
That looks like the shadow of a giant creature.
Yeah.
I thought for a second it was like a major, massive monkey.
I think you still might be correct.
It is the very model of a modern monkey general.
I think it's just leaves.
Leaves greener.
Wrong.
Boom!
God.
What if that Resident Evil dog like burst through the side and just started chasing us like PS1 glory? It's like, oh my god!
Oh!
Ooh.
Oh!
Game over.
Oh, we have
Postcard?
concept art! Oh shit, this fun concept art. She's looking, she's like, but where's the gameplay?
How long have I been working?
Alright,
Poster art.
I have no controls.
Chapter 2. The Everard expedition.
Chapter 2? Oh shit, yeah.
Oh, we don't have an inventory, do we? We just have a book.
We have the tab button. That's what we have.
We have an implied inventory, I think.
I was gonna say, like, did our inventory get wiped?
Wow, what is this place?
It's the village. Hey, it's the key.
It's the key. Look, it's... That's where the start of Journey is, actually, right over there. By the way, I mean, there's just a lot of really nice, subtle stuff it does with the art, like how there's just like this bluish... There's this bluification thing, and everything's kind of bluish-greenish, then it's like, you know what? Fuck you. Eat red. And there it is.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I better have a look around this abandoned village.
Very
Harry's
cool.
crew might have stayed here.
Wow, look at that. That, like,
This
Absolutely.
enormous stone slab looks like a mechanism to get up to the outcrop.
Oh, it's an
Something
elevator.
missing here.
Okay.
whoa, that was a weird, strangely
Oh,
bright.
shit! Look at the... Oh!
Oh no, it's Giant's Causeway. Okay, can I just... Okay.
What?
There's been this thing happening where every video game has Giant's Causeway in it.
What is
Like-
Giant's Causeway?
It's a place, I mean, I don't mean to, I'm sorry. It's very cool, and I hate to be the one to poo all over it right away, but there's, where is it?
Iceland?
In Northern Ireland, it's a place with volcanic basalt columns. That's what it is, basalt columns, which are cool because they're all like hexagonal and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
There-
awesome.
Something straight out of an adventure novel.
there is a bunch of those in Iceland too.
It's super rad. It's just the only thing is that it's in like
The Everhard expedition.
in like a
They set
short span of
camp
time
here.
where it's been in literally every video game.
Oh, no, it's so true. Like, this is very in vogue.
Yes.
You know, I want someone to make a mountain out of a non-tesselatable shape. Like pentagons. So some of them are pentagons and some of them are like
diamonds.
just weird little diamonds. Like it's a soccer ball. You just get a soccer ball mountain. It'd be perfect.
Soccer ball mountain.
Soccer ball mountain.
It's so funny that I'm like, ugh, Giant's Causeway is everywhere in video games while we stand among like 400 crates.
Yeah.
Like,
I-
right.
Lee, I have not had the same experiences as you.
This cave is
I
some
think
sort of
Inquisition used some of that, but that was like 15 years ago. So I don't know the rash of games that you're talking about.
Well, like I played Immortals Phoenix Rising on Thursday and Friday last week, and I definitely saw some hexagonal thrust up mountain ass
believe
bullshit
that.
going down
That is-
on that, man.
Oh shit! Wait, even in Minecraft in the Nether, there's basalt wastes. That must be. But those aren't hexagons; they're cubes. So it's
True.
like hard to. Oh.
There has to be a Minecraft ripoff that is Hexacraft. There has to be. Okay, and what is this?
Oh, there must be.
So now you believe in magic, old pal?
I guess I'm just basalty.
He gave us one of these eminence rituals. Only here kept his.
So now you believe in magic, old pal? So now you
I'm gonna
believe
say it
in
again.
magic,
I
old
want a
pal?
spouse that I can call old pal.
Oh my god, this is absolutely the dialogue line that plays right before the drop.
So now you believe in magic, old pal?
Bow, bow,
Yeah.
bow, bow. It's
That's
so good.
Oh man,
The
That's
crystal cracked. Yeah.
Polynesian man covered in tattoos. I'm not sure if he looks angry or scared. Well? What well?
Well,
Okay.
well.
The guy doesn't want to be near the ruins. Why is he so afraid of that well? Well, he didn't see that well. Yeah.
Turtle shell.
Looks like
But
some
who
of
is
the crew
Camera?
members didn't get along too well.
Well, well.
All right. It looks like he's saying, don't go up there. And this guy's like, also don't. And this guy's like, Jesus, stop photographing this.
Hidden ritual?
So this
He's
is
like-
warning us about... some sort of forbidden ritual took
We
place here.
literally built a 30-foot solid rock wall. Don't go past it.
Fascinating.
Ancient geometric stone... Just tell me what it says. These ancient geometric stone structures are not Polynesian. What purpose did they serve? Whoops. Let me see. And on the back...
Oh, they're not Polynesian. Okay. So it's like Protoss then.
Yeah.
It's Prothean, for sure.
Oh, it's a
Let me
real to
record
real.
it. So, you said you've been on this island before.
Yes. Some years ago,
Is that Harry?
I made a rookie mistake. I did it from my fishing route to go to what looked like a better spot. Less than an hour
No.
had gone. By when suddenly, my va'a, my canoe overturned. And I got this lovely souvenir from that mistake.
Heavens, what gave you that scar?
Uh-oh.
It's not a what, but a who. I don't know.
There
I
it
didn't
is.
get a good look at it. But it seemed like a creature I never seen. Anyway, I was lucky enough to reach that Whiteson beach. The one where we landed on the island. A man came 3 days later and got me out of there. He brought me to the port of Papeete without speaking a single word. Time passed, and I promised myself that I would go on with my life and forget about this damn island.
Why did you agree to return to the island then?
I need to know what happened to me, to discover the truth. I don't know if you get me.
Absolutely.
Absolument. The sea creature had wanted to mate with me and make a man with a long tongue. It is exactly as Day 9 foretold. Alright, well.
It's the. Oh, I like these tugas we're seeing. These tortugas.
Is that
shells.
what this is? Oh, is
Shells?
that?
No.
The red shell on the ground. Yeah.
I mean, I like really don't know what that word is that she said. I'm like, are these wooden boards a tortuga? Like, I have no idea what that is.
Do you know? Do you not know that tortuga is? I mean, turtle.
Yeah.
Turtle
No.
in Spanish. Tortuga. I
You
love
know, so
turtle.
so obviously a big pickle when you're making a game is trying to get all the various production tasks that people are assigned to line up properly. You know,
Yep.
so for instance, if you have your environment artists and your gameplay and your engineers working on section 1 of the island, well, if all the artists are done and none of the engineers and the gameplay people are, there's nothing for them to work on for section 2, right? You need a little bit of lead. But then, like, if you have artists that are like done with everything, do you think that the director was just like, make as many birds as you can? Just keep making birds, just more birds. The more birds, the better. All right, we'll copy paste trees, but just keep making trees. Look at those volumes of light. Oh, that looks so
Yeah,
good.
that's really good.
Oh, this is
Big
absolutely
light.
unreal. Like, literally, this is like the most... I'm using Unreal default light volumes like that I've ever seen. This is amazing. Like, for
Could
any
you
of you
please turn
never...
on the thick lighting setting?
It's just a setting. It's just like, fogify this and make light that's kind of like rayified. And Unreal's like, done! And Tim Sweeney just sips coffee. It's amazing.
Who's Tim Sweeney?
Owner of Epic.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
They're composed of 4 pieces.
Somebody
Oh.
owns Epic?
Hey, it's us. Alright. Alright.
It's just-
It's not stupid. It's life.
I've never cared much
nice.
for games of chance.
Are you kidding me? I absolutely love to gamble.
Those are card dice?
You've not been
This
introduced
sounds
to
pretty
Euro
complicated.
games.
Yeah. I came to this godforsaken island for just a few days, and it's been almost 2 weeks already of doing nothing. Is this rich jerk gonna open the hatch anytime soon? Wow, very lost referential, huh? I'm not going to wait for Mr. Know-It-All again like I did with the elevator. He'd better let me handle this situation. We brought dynamite for a reason. Oops, I need to see the back of this shirt.
Dynamite for the hatch.
Down the hatch.
Blowing an ancient hatch with dynamite sounds like a fool's errand to me.
Ancient hatch. Explosives here. Detonator. 45-foot safe distance.
Acme explosives.
Yeah, right.
It's amazing.
Wile E. Coyote. Pure genius. Oh, someone threw... A leaf has been thrown away here. Okay.
So, everyone's gone? That's creepy.
Yeah, no, it does seem like everyone is mysteriously gone.
That's
We are really thin. Like, so thin that we're invisible.
Invisibly thin.
Like, dude,
a real
this is...
character.
This is, again, the artists are done, and the director's like, just make something with amazing shaders that you can show. And they're like, you got it. Look, there's one sun there. There's another sun right down here. Yeah, like, I think that, like,
That's not
this...
down there? Is it reflecting off of something else? Or is it just placed?
I mean, I assume that it just looks really good, and actually probably is something about the interaction
Who
between
worries
the
this
actual
much about
sun
appearance
and the
in things
game's
like this?
in-game generalized, lights. Because, I mean, you're
Yeah.
seeing, like, a blue light and a yellow light that just makes it look nice. There's actually so many light sources in here. Oh, and it looks terrific. It looks absolutely terrific.
It does.
His
That's
real
cool.
name was
Shit.
Costas?
Who is that?
Your husband?
I think...
Literally.
I think that's one of the other guys.
Costas Apostolou. Wow, is that... Hold on. Get out your phone, Bones.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm looking this up. If this is a place, I'm gonna go there and knock on it and be like,
Suggested search.
48 or 5844 West. Oh my God, man! Chester Avenue, Los Angeles, California.
Yeah.
Persian?
Holy shit! And it is. Oh my God! It's a Yum Yum Donuts.
Hell
I repeat,
yeah.
it's a Yum Yum
Is that-
Donuts. Oh my God, it's a Yum Yum Donuts. Wait, let me keep zooming. Holy shit, it's just west of Inglewood. Is it in Inglewood? No fucking way. This is so sick. There's a Jiffy Lube down the street. No way, just like knocking like a donut and Mr. Apostolou. Oh, in case of accident, notify Athanasios
Notify
Apostolou.
Yum Yum Donuts. That's awesome.
His real name was Costas?
They literally put in a fucking actual address of a location. That's amazing.
Yeah, no, that's good.
It wasn't like 55 West Denton Street, and that's like not a thing. No, I bet you they worked on this game and they ate donuts. That's what I would do.
Looks like this fellow was a real heartbreaker.
I lay out all my lady
Quite
interests.
a looker. A fashion model, maybe.
Troy, the best stuntman in Hollywood. Oh, he was a stuntman.
Okay.
Look at his pocket watch.
Very neat.
Pocket watch.
It's non-interactable. I keep clicking on pictures of ladies.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
They were packing a lot of heat
There's
when
a
they came to this
gun
island,
missing.
but they took all the guns with them.
Jesus.
I can't wait till she starts explaining how the air has made her feel healthy enough to operate a 12-gauge shotgun. I could run and jump and blow someone to smithereens.
I think I'm feeling vivacious enough to scale the side of my
It's a 12-barreled Remington.
Oh my god, that's my expression when looking at the shaders in this game. Oh, it's just so nice. It just looks so fucking beautiful. Alright,
we need to insert a very long tongue into that.
We really do. This is this is the difference between a puzzle game and a survival crafting game. Because people would actually be like, I'm going to make just a tongue that goes all the way from here to here and automatically mines coal.
What the fuck?
No, dude,
I want to play tongue
dude,
craft.
right? Yeah, like, I started watching a couple survival crafting YouTube videos, because I just don't know that much about the games. And specifically, I don't know much about, like, how to make content around them. Because, like, if you...
Damn it. Someone on the expedition died.
Oh, shit.
What? Is that a gravestone?
There it is. Uh-oh.
I hadn't been close to a grave since my mother's burial. Shortly after she died, my lovely Dalmatian spots, as Harry used to call them, appeared. We thought it was nothing at first. What a delicate piece of craftsmanship.
Oh. Anger, happiness, grumpiness, disgust. I don't know.
I think it's like her music box is like radioactive or some shit. Literally like wondering that.
But who needs me?
Seems confused, as if he was having a hard time writing this down.
I'll be in the tent upon the flat outcrop after what happened. I'd better find out more about the, well...
Dr. DeWitt.
It's pronounced Dr. Do It.
Just do it.
Hello, I'm Dr. Do It.
I'm Justice Do It.
American Dynamite.
Explosives.
American Dynamite.
50 pound.
Did they use all the dynamite?
They dynamite have.
A farewell message from a friend.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit. What is this? Oops, I want to turn this around. Right round, baby, right round. Drayton Motors. Okay.
I'm gonna get... Oh, it's Roy.
I never
Okay.
thought that this expedition would cause anybody's death. I'm sure Harry never thought so either. If he'd known this was going to happen, he'd never have come here.
Damn.
Alright, well. Some somber stuff. Okay, so we came from here. And I think it just dumps us into this area.
That's pretty. Okay, that's a better Giant's Causeway than others I've seen, because look at the purple-blue gradient color.
We haven't been here.
Oh, fuck, yeah, look at that. That's tight.
The
No, we
river
have not
cuts
been
through
here.
that canyon. It doesn't look safe to cross.
Not feeling vivacious enough.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
see,
have to
this
go
is
one
just
further.
really nice.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Oh,
the reflection. Like, the fact that it has some movement about it, I think is really...
yeah,
You know,
water reflection. Damn.
You know, I had an artist recently explain to me how a lot of the polish is additive. So, like, you know, in the same way that a designer might think about some... I'm going to stop looking at this because it's choking my CPU. Actually, no, I think if we get it just the right angle... Nice. That, like, you know, if I am say, a 2D fighting game, if I make 15 characters, and we're, you know, or we made 20 characters, and we're starting to get close to ship date, and we're like, dude, let's just cut 5 of these, and take some of their moves and capabilities and put it in elsewhere, you know? Or if you're Super Meat Boy, and you're trying to put in yet more hidden levels or something like that, let's just cut a few of them. That's okay. I heard someone describe the same thing about, like, a lot of the nice visual effects you can do with art. I don't know, it just never occurred to me to do that, where you can get this looking good and not reflecting. and then you can just have a really basic, completely separate light that just kind of flickers on here. That's like super low res, and like not add all these different colors. And it was just kind of interesting to like think about that. Because I mean, when I look at visual stuff, I tend to think about everything that I'm seeing, and if anything's missing, then there's something absent. I never thought of it as like, okay, here's the lowest hanging fruit, and then if we have a little bit of time, we're going to do the tier 2 art pass on it, and if there's more time, we're going to do the tier 3 art pass on it. I don't know, it's just something simple that like sounds so obvious once it was said to me, but like, just had not thought about that.
If we were like really smart art directors, we could look at this and be like, oh, what else could we add to it? Maybe we could, we could light those candles. That's what I would do. I'd light that candle.
An amulet with a carved Marquesian cross. The symbol represents balance and protection.
I want to physically hold that piece of wood.
Yeah.
Look at this little fella.
I love his hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
This must have been really cool to just like to make these in like ZBrush or Maya or whatever for the game. Because you're literally like in there like holding Alt Shift Control and F4 at the same time to like rotate up. It was those programs have like you have to like literally, you know what I mean? Like, I never appreciated UI until I opened a 3D art program, and you have to like do to your keyboard what like the zombies in 28 Days Later do to people's heads. You just fucking like just get in there with the thumbs, like you gotta fucking like get in your keyboard. It's just like so much, man.
Yes. It's always the claw.
Why is this hammock so far from the rest of the campsite?
I don't know.
Okay, so let's see. We came from...
or something?
So we came
There's
from
the elevator.
here. This is where we came from, right? I can double check this by seeing if the frame rate drops slowly when we go into this area.
Yeah, there we go.
Alright, great. And it literally physically stops me. Okay. So we crossed this. And by the way, I mean, I've talked about this a lot in Zelda games and Nintendo games in general, that they even have sometimes in their productions had strict rules about this, that the player has to clearly see the goal before they see any of the obstacles. And I just love this. Like, we walked in and, like, place very obviously.
This enormous stone's something missing here.
Okay, so we checked this. We checked this. We then went and checked this in the graveyard and this way. We haven't gone this way though.
I like this little back path.
There better be rooms under those waterfalls. That's the #1 rule for video game waterfalls.
Oh, that's another bridge.
Oh, I must have found the luxury huts. Pretty swanky.
I mean, this is just really good art direction. Like, that art looks that water looks very not photorealistic and, like, really nice.
It's like ribbon water. The funny part is you can see, like, under the water.
Yeah, where that one on the left is coming out.
The armpit of the water.
Yeah.
And it looks,
delicious.
that's a good looking armpit. Yeah, no, I mean, I would drink right from that armpit. Like, that looks incredible.
The water looks delicious. I'm not like, look at that armpit, it looks delicious.
No, I mean, like, I'm gonna get the biggest glass of water after this show, man. I'm gonna drink every last drop of that water.
Right now, actually. I think it's a good time to get some water. It's a drinking game.
It's a ladder. Wow, I'm so lucky I looked down and saw this.
Holy cow.
Oh, I'm controlling. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Cross until the drawbridge is lowered.
I think we weren't supposed to discover that ladder.
I
think
feel
we're
like
gonna
it was an
infer
option.
ladder.
Yeah, it feels like a shortcut to me.
Exactly. We're gonna encounter this ladder when we are coming back this way.
Drop a ladder. It's International Tell Your Crush that their armpits look delicious day.
Mm.
I'm just, see, now I'm thinking of like the phrase like, just like a,
Giddy
like
as
a-
schoolboy.
like a business that's called like Delicious Pits. I don't know, there's something about it.
What is the business, Lee? What
do you purchase from Delicious Pits?
I think it's kind of like it's a flavored deodorant is what it is.
It's importantly flavored edible deodorant, right? It's not just any old deodorant. It's the kind of deodorant that you can just gobble right up, man. That's so good. Delicious Pits. That's incredible.
Okay. So Drenzen said peaches. It's like, okay, yeah, peaches.
No, see, what I assumed is it was a container shaped like a human armpit, and there was some food that was in there that you could eat, like taffy or something. And you just dig into your Delicious Pit the way that someone would with a watermelon rind. And like for the Premium Pro Delicious Pit package, you actually get like a peck and a whole arm and there. So that, and then
it's basically just chicken wings, isn't it? It's just chicken wings.
Yeah. This is really good.
Here we go. Delicious
Pits.
Icor?
Oh god.
Black ooze.
Quantum Legend says, "Ask my wife if my armpits are delicious." Striker KOJ, you'll love all the bits and the Delicious Pits. This is good.
Yeah.
It's lodged in my brain now for all eternity. Oh, eternity, not eternity.
Object here.
Interesting.
Ancient mechanism? This is, let me tell you, this is the exact opposite of good note-taking. Like, this is so, have you heard this rule that if you ever read a headline that ends in a question mark, the answer is no?
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because it's like, is this the future of gaming? No.
Yeah.
Like,
Is it the end for our adventure?
wasn't no, then the statement of that would make a more effective headline.
Oh damn, you're right.
oh, right.
Yeah, you're right. When you're right, you're right. Can we just... one last thing to put the button on this is Albatross of Time. I told my roommate her armpits look delicious. She charged me and put her pit in my face and told me to lick it. I screamed, and she is now yelling at me for lying to her.
You know, I love the power that we have as broadcasters in people's homes. I love this. I love the power we have. Here's an example. Alexa, set a timer for 5 seconds. Hey Google, set a timer for 5 seconds. Siri, set a timer for 5 seconds. Like, I do this sometimes when I'm mad. I'm like losing and people are saying stuff and all of a sudden alarms everywhere start to go off in people's smart homes. It's so good, man. It's Leprechaun saying, no. Oh, that's so good. That's incredible. Oh,
God.
wow, this is really poor documentation.
Hey, all the cats and dogs out there that can hear us, start acting up right now.
This isn't half bad.
Happy.
Mr. Everhart,
Frank seems to feel guilty for whatever happened.
I still don't understand what happened. Roy knew just as well as you and me that the black ooze was highly volatile. I should never have believed him when he said he had your permission. I feel responsible for what has happened. I looked at him and said, you mustn't. I only did so because your name was Dr. Do It. Oh, do we have to assemble this into a... Oh, shit.
And Harry keep eating
I love it.
restaurant.
Oh, God, no.
he will never tear up a piece of valuable
What a
information.
posh puzzling zone.
Oh yeah. Can we move the whole thing? Okay, wait. This goes here. Okay, corners first. Everyone at the corner. Bam. Oh, move this. Bam. Oh, I love puzzles, man. People are dying, and there's black ichor and all this bullshit.
Sean, do you know about one of my favorite new websites I've found? It's called jigsawpuzzles.io.
I checked it out.
It's just jigsaw puzzles, and you can do them with friends, and like people
played
can
it.
drop in.
I played it for a very little bit, and then when I came back, the puzzle had been solved. It was very satisfying.
It's really cool. It's exactly what you want.
Oh,
This is like the Dead Sea Scrolls of
Quest
Israel, except those were right. Those were true.
No. Oh yeah, okay, maybe, but the one that I was talking about is the one that was to the right of that.
This one?
Yeah.
I actually recently stumbled on an old Google Doc of the 10-step process of creating one of our Dead Sea Scrolls puzzles for a dig quest.
Oh, dig quest.
That's why I'm not really participating with this puzzle, is because I feel like I've done my life.
You've done it.
I've done a sufficient amount of this.
I mean, it reminds me a lot of the turtle, frankly, but
The Dirtle Turtle.
Got it.
It says
all right.
some of the transitions are a little bit abrupt.
Yeah, and often there's objects that are floating in our torso that, like, as we move back, there's like a giant ball. But what are different sea creatures?
Yeah.
Connection with each tiki. Order of the symbols important. Family symbols?
Turtle. Salmon.
Oh, that's a fish. Let me explain to you what I saw. I saw the mane of a lion, and here was his mouth, and here was his nose, and he has one eye way over here and one eye way over here, and that's his neck.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it is.
Yeah,
He's got no eyes. He's wearing cool, futuristic sunglasses.
Turtle, salmon, stingray, octopus. Right?
Turtle.
It's been ripped out of something else.
Yeah, it's been ripped out of a bigger turtle or a shell.
So turtle.
It's really stupid.
Okay, so we see that there's like a little. You'll see that there's like a green part in each of these. We got green eyeballs here. We got a green mouth. We got green eyeballs here, and I don't see.
It's a green mouth. It's the mouth, isn't it?
This?
No, that one's just kind of off color.
All right, well, we haven't crossed over this yet. Oh, by the way, so if we look at the map...
Considering how poorly Harry draws,
so here's where we came in, and we looked at this, and then we've gone through these three places. Oops.
Considering how poorly Harry
Here's
draws,
where the
this
grave
isn't
was,
bad.
over this way. Here's where there was the little nook, and then we've just climbed up here, and here's this. And we are about to cross over that bridge right there. And here's the drawbridge that we can't cross. Oh, hey, little
You
guy.
put together quite an expedition, Harry, and all just for little old me. Black ooze.
Oh, how
In a telescope?
Black
Oh. What?
No wonder they couldn't see anything. There was fucking black ooze in there, man. These guys suck at things.
What is
The
that?
Harry Everhard I know would never have given up on this. Something must have happened that kept him from solving it.
Maybe there was no solution.
Maybe
What's
I can't find the right combination. I don't know. Like, I don't know what these are. I mean, these literally look like moons.
Wait, I have an idea. I think those are bits of black ooze on a lens, and the lens is somehow part of the.
Oh my gosh.
Are you using it as a microscope or something?
I hope to God it is not the puzzle that we played in the 7th Guest through the microscope. That's for damn certain. Do you remember that? It was the
I don't
puzzle.
remember that.
Okay, remember the puzzle where you spread bacteria around in like a petri dish, and like it, you took turns moving your ooze around, and you could either spread to a cell or you could jump a cell, and anytime you touch the enemy bacteria, it flipped colors. And
Yeah.
Guessed?
I
Yeah,
do
it was
remember that.
Bacteria?
Yeah, and the idea was it would use some fixed amount of time of processing power and then make a move. But on modern computers, it can literally compute all the way to the end of the game and always win. So you had to either play like a perfect game, or you do what we did, and you can. They put a hack, or I should say a patch in, that if you checked a hint book 3 times, it would just solve it for you. So you remember when we looked and it just says, the puzzle is solved!
Remember that.
Wow, this is a little overly...
Oh!
Where did you get this
It's a
strange
lens
device,
aligner.
Lens aligner?
You know,
Oh.
for when you need to align your lenses.
Whoa.
Oh, shit.
Interesting.
Oh. Okay, it's...
Is this a callback to a... Is this a reference to the replicant?
No, I was about to say, like, let's go ahead and ask a level 5 difficulty question, and let's cool it on the jets here.
Well, because it has a, it's got the bellows, like, in the same place.
Did that have a bellows?
It did. That's one of the things about the replicant test that's so strikingly weird, is it has a bellows.
Wait, conf.
Yeah.
Oh, the void conf test. Okay, so this is reset. So this goes back home, and I assume that this will... Where do you think the button is that is go? Because we have this little grid thing. Is there a button we can press here? Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, those are coordinates. So you can, if you put that to 5,
it moves the
and then
red
hit
dot.
5,
Yeah.
it's gonna drop it. Yeah, there you go. So you're dropping black ooze onto the lens.
I see. Okay, so
and
if I
slurping it back.
so if I move this, this will change the position of the red dot. Okay, so we have this meter.
It's the ooze you can use. Oh, is it dipping down and grabbing new lens, and we have infinite new lenses?
I'm not really sure how this thingamajig works, or what to do with it.
Okay.
My dear old pal.
Oh, cutscene.
I know you won't ever read this letter, but I'm accustomed to writing you, and it comforts me in this strange place.
we're the old pal.
This
Yeah.
island
Now
is
we are
riddled
now
with
old pals.
secrets. So many secrets. But I'm not only talking about mechanisms and contraptions, Nora. I dare say that something on the island clouds one's judgment. Otherwise, I don't have an explanation for Roy's actions.
Oh shit!
The man was
Get a cry check.
impulsive, and a little cocky,
Wait.
but he was no fool. We weren't
Is he
friends by
Brink?
any means, but he didn't deserve what happened to him.
Brink?
Whoa!
Nobody deserves that.
Yeah, he might have gotten brinked.
We may
Yeah,
have
did he
made some
get
progress
into
in
the
finding
life
cure for your
life
illness.
juice? Life
For a
ooze?
price. I miss you so much, Nora.
It seems like he got possessed. He
He may
got
not
the
say it explicitly, but
what was
Harry
that stuff
blames
called?
himself
Life-
for Roy's death.
life
Life
crystal.
gem? Life crystals. Life
And I
crystals.
miss you too, Harry.
Yeah, it's that old chestnut of someone's eyes turning black when they get possessed by something. Like, it's the X-Files ooze. Like this.
Oh.
Jeepers.
Sure.
A stranded
We might-
ship.
Cheapers.
We might literally be in. This might be X-Files extended universe right now.
Okay.
This explains why the campsite is nearly abandoned.
So let's go back as fast as we can. We have to get to the black sand beach. Something's happened to the ship. Bring only what's indispensable. So maybe they're still alive. And
They went down to the Black Beach.
We better read several of these books first.
Well, they took all of the indispensable
Other
stuff, so we're not going to
planes
find
of
it here.
existence.
Here.
That's bad.
Wait, what is it? What does it say?
Wait,
read.
what?
It says, the Tillon Gas Spectacles Lens Aligner. After a specific alignment, this device concentrates the resonance wave spectrum in an optical impression. Observing the lenses will affect the subject's pineal gland, allowing them to gaze into other planes of reality outside the spectrum we consider our dimension. All rights reserved, $49.95.
Wow.
Okay.
Huh.
It's a bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Pituitary gland.
Okay, so question: do you think Oh, is this turn? Okay, I see what it is.
Each of those has three diagonal strips, slices on one side and one the other way.
Do we think that our opponent is crossing them out? Or our opponent, what the fuck?
Our opponent. That's what I think. I think that Harry is discarding these ideas.
I think...
You think there's
But the crossouts are not exactly the same. Do you think that's just a thing he does?
Yeah, I think.
It's like, time to cross something out. 3 hashes one way and one the other. Okay.
Yeah. That's what I think.
There's also this sort of yellowish... Do I cast a shadow? Absolutely not. This
Yeah,
yellowish...
model.
That's the PP.
I mean, that is very Lost. Well, like...
Man, I gotta watch this Lost show.
Projector. End of season 3. We watched through the end of season 3, and at the end of season 3, you're gonna want to keep watching, but probably don't.
Yeah.
Like,
Season 4 gets bizarre.
Should someone just reboot Lost and just make it better, make a better ending?
I mean, not while J.J. Abrams is alive.
Well, I think... Oh, I went to the wrong scene. There we go.
Hi,
That's
Day9.
the correct one.
Hi.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, I don't need them anymore. It's just you and me microphone. This is a perfect stopping point, and I am so thrilled that the technology got there, and that we were able to run the video game. And by the way, for
really
any
cool.
of you who are just curious about the gist of what's going on, I am running the game, which takes CPU. I have Discord open, which takes CPU. I am then creating an encode on this computer that goes to the streaming computer. That takes CPU. I'm creating a secondary encode to send to Sean and Lee. And then they are having their cameras up, which Discord changed a little bit how it uses CPU to render things. So there's just a lot of bottlenecking on the CPU, which is why sometimes shit happens. But I'm so happy it worked because, I mean, this... I will describe it as a nice little puzzle game so far.
Yeah, no, it seems...
Really good.
It seems pretty chill. It seems like a vacation-y kind of puzzle game. And
I think there's
gorgeous.
I think there's like 12 different interesting narrative angles that I want resolution on now.
Yeah, no, it's and also puzzles. Like it is it's dropping like little threads that we will eventually resolve, but like all those red signs that turned into we did solve that one. The
well, the there's these statues, you know.
There's the little 4-part statues, and then there's the animal type things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got to find a piece to put into an elevator.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there was so much going on with the black ooze. I almost forgot that she has a haunted music box, you know?
Yeah,
there's a haunted music.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of interesting, the difference between how much mystery and logical leaps you have to make in order to make progress versus logical leaps that you... how do I want to say this? You ever been watching a TV show and you're like, oh my gosh, wait a minute, was that person in the background, was that an Inquisitor? Oh my gosh, I think that there's going to be something going on here with an Inquisitor because I saw the character in the background. And then like an episode later, it drops another hint and you're like, dude, I think something's going to happen. No matter what you fucking do, it happens because it's linear media. You know, it's it just occurs. And I think, too, a lot of the old graphic adventure games we'd play, where if you couldn't figure out the logical leap, no progress would occur, and you would be unimaginably fucked. But it feels like they're dropping in these little hints as to what could be and how stuff happens, and it's kind of just getting resolved via story, with, like, kind of it does this with the puzzle possibility, and then it quickly concentrates it down. And I feel like because it does this before it concentrates it down, you get a little bit of the discovery, ooh, could it be this? Is this what's going on? That you would get from a really old freeform adventure game, but the narrowing that winds up happening greatly helps avoid I am lost forever. Because I mean, like, you know,
well, and that chapter structure, right? Like, you know, it seems like it is setting this up as we're going to enter an area. There's going to be a bunch of nonlinear puzzles in this area that drive towards the next chapter, and then we will move linearly to the next chapter.
Yeah.
It's the lazy river.
Yeah.
Wait, what is that term?
The lazy river is such a weirdly specific but like very useful shape of things. Okay, so where's the lazy river? Is that in Disneyland or something? It's
I mean, there's a version of it in California Adventure, but I think it started in like Six Flags or.
Oh, okay. So it's a water ride. It's potentially the world's greatest water ride. You just get in these like an inner tube, and you sit on your little tube, and you chill the fuck out, and you're in a little lagoon, and then that lagoon has a little waterfall that you can kind of go over to whenever you want to, and that waterfall takes you a couple feet down to the next lagoon, and then you can chill in there as long as you want, and then there's a waterfall down to the next one, and so on. It's just a series of tiny little ponds that you get to ride down at your own pace. And for some reason, it keeps coming up as an incredibly useful metaphor.
Yeah, and I mean, like, if I'm picking up what you're putting down, you're talking about how you're allowed to navigate through an area a little bit, but then, you know, there's a point that you get past, and you're done with this. Now you're on to the next one.
Right.
You're on to the next one. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I guess some lazy rivers are just like a circuit. They look kind of like a racetrack that goes slow. But so, you know, whatever. I'm talking
about... I think you were talking about something that's slightly more specific, maybe, than all lazy rivers. But I totally get what you're describing, and I like that metaphor. I like it especially because not only can you not go back up a waterfall, but even in the pool where you have some freedom of movement, there is a little bit of a tug towards here's where we're going next. Right, and it's not overpowering. You can kind of move around how you want, but it is going to move you gradually in that direction.
Yeah, and it's, I don't know. It's just like I'm realizing now that as a child I was in one of these like earlier than I can really strongly remember, and I still retain a memory of how awesome it was to just be like, I'm going to chill in consecutively sequential order. At my own pace.
I love water parks. Water parks I love way more than actual amusement parks.
Yeah.
So much more, because the things are so much less intense and so much more personal, because I can't handle that much intensity. I don't like inversions and all that shit.
Yeah. Water parks.
That said, pulling it back to our dear friend Call the Sea, it's kind of nice, and I like your comment, Sean, that it's like a vacation game. It's like it's not like a really like, okay, let's take notes. Do you have your pen and paper down, Sean? Because we have the tab button. This isn't even.
She's taking notes.
Because like Return of the Obra Dinn was like, fuck you, you figure it out. Like that was some real leaps of logic.
Excel game.
Yeah. But, well, it's terrific. Well, I'd like to thank you fine human beings for not just doing the show tonight, but for showing up early and doing the tech setup for the last hour beforehand.
I'm glad it worked out.
Positively.
Well, to you, greatest viewer in the world, thanks. We're going to leave. Goodbye. What a time to be alive.